Hi, honeys. Welcome back to another episode of Ghetto Do It For You. You ever been so overstimulated that you just have to scream? Like, I always was like, would have these moments of mood swings and stressors and just situations, and I couldn't figure out why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And then I learned about being overstimulated, and I was like, that is so true. Like, the other day was just. It was a hard freaking day, okay? I was doing a million things. I was busy. I had somewhere to be. And every little thing was just, it was setting me over the edge. And it was just too much at once. And I was so overstimulated by the end of the day. Not even the full day, the end of the work day. I got in my truck and just screamed so loudly because I was so frustrated and just like angry. And honestly, I didn't even think I was overstimulated for most of the day until I was texting Matthew and I was like, I am in the worst mood. The mood swings are out of control. I don't know what the hell is happening. And then I realized I was like, I think I'm actually really overstimulated. I was even trying to text him that I was at work and it wasn't working. Like I had went through the day, like I woke up, everything was fine. Like it was like a normal Tuesday and it was a normal Tuesday. I was going to work. Everything was great. As I'm trying to open like the door to my job, like we have key cards. So I beep it and I go to open it and my keys fell out of my hand and like blocked the door, almost broke my key. So I had to let it go. I pick up my key. I go to open the door. By that point, the key card access like didn't work. So the door just studied. Pissed, whatever. I get in. I walk to my desk. At my desk, I set my phone and my keys down and I swear they were on the desk. Apparently not. Everything fell. Whatever, not a big deal. So that's fine. Then I lost one of my rings. I left it in the bathroom and had a whole panic attack for like 45 minutes. So that just really set the precedence for the day by 9 a.m. And I was trying to tell myself, you're going to have a good day. Today's going to be a good day. This is just a little hiccup. It's not the end of the world, like it's not a bad day. It's just like the second in that time. That was just unfortunate, but we're good. It's really not that deep. Stuff just kept happening. So then I left for work to come home to check on my dogs and traffic was awful. It took me 25 minutes to get home. It normally only takes me 15. I only have an hour lunch break. So I was rushing. After I walked the dogs, I got driving back to work. No one knows how to drive all of a sudden. Everyone's driving 2 miles an hour. It was just, oh my God. It was just like, yeah, anger. And I was getting like actually livid at these people on the road. And I was like, why? That was when I was like, something's off. And then I was sweating and I couldn't stop sweating. And I was like, where am I in my cycle? Shouldn't be having these mood swings right now where I am. So I was like, this is so ridiculous. That was when I text Matthew and I was like, my mood swings are out of control today. I'm having such a bad day. Like I don't understand. So I like told him what happened and he was like, oh yeah, that's not a good time. So then I pull into my work parking lot and the heavens just opened. So I'm like, okay. So again at work, everything's fine. I was just like very overwhelmed. So, everybody asking me things that day at work, I was just like, it was a lot. So then I go through my day, sitting at my desk, finishing up some work, and all the power goes out at work. All the power turned off, we had no power. I was like, So at that point we left. We were like, we're done. We walk outside. Downpouring rain, puddles everywhere, like flooded rain, and I was just like, so then I got my truck and proceeded to scream because it was just like, that was the cherry on top. I was just done for. I'd had enough and I just couldn't, like I just couldn't do it anymore. The scream didn't make me feel much better, but I did something. I don't know, but that was a bad day. But it was just like, then like when I came home and stuff, I literally just hugged my husband and I was like, I just want to go to bed. Like I can't do this anymore. And it's okay to have days like that. And I think that's what, I don't know what the point of that story was telling you, but like today I've been fine. Like today I woke up, I did a 5K for 9/11. And now I'm here. Like today was okay. But yesterday was, and then my hair was like, it's a little dirty, so it was in like a half up, half down, and there was a piece that kept coming out and touching my head, and I was like, that way it's just, yeah. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but everything was just hitting a nerve, and I was just angered. angered for no reason. So very overstimulated day, but I got a good sleep and I am better today. And that's something that I'm working on, is I don't need to carry that over into the next day. Like, today's a good day, today's a different day. That mood isn't entering today. I'm going to have a great day today. I mean, I'm having a great day because more than halfway through the day. So I'm having a great day. You know, maybe not. I also think I'm getting a little stressed because this time of year always gets super, super busy for me. Like, I don't know why, but I always have like a little nothing for August. Like, nothing crazy happens. And then September, October, November, December, it's chaos every single year. I don't know why. And every year, I think it's going to be different. And it's not. So, like, it's always really because my mom's birthday is in the middle of September. So leading up to September, it's like, oh, what are we going to do for your birthday? And then her birthday on, it just always seems like there's stuff to do. And the thing is they're good things, like they're fun things. Like, it's her birthday, it's fun, let's go out, let's celebrate you, let's do whatever we want to do. And it's always good things, but it's so much. And sometimes I just want to, like, do nothing. And I think I get stressed out about the fact that I don't have a day to do nothing besides after work. Like, I don't just have me time. And yeah, it's really not a good place for me. Like, I realize I can't really have a super busy life because boy, does it stress me out. It stresses me out. And like, I don't even understand why. Like, everything that I have is fun. Like, starting this weekend, it's like kind of busy. And it's not even busy after work, it's just busy on the weekends. And there's like some appointments I have after work, but like they're good appointments, like nails, tattoo, hair. That's fun stuff, but I think it's just because I'm not in my routine. My routine girly. I love a good routine. So not being able to have my routine every week kind of throws me out of balance. And so, like, Sundays we wash our bed sheets and we don't deep clean the house. We used to, but now we've been like staying on top of it throughout the week. But we'll do like a clean on a Sunday, and it's like the upcoming weeks I might not be able to do that, and I think that is what's giving me a little bit of stress. But the things that we're doing are fun. Like, we are, like I said, it's my mom's birthday. Our family is flying in this weekend, so it's going to be fun this weekend. Then my mom's birthday's next week, and then we are, probably going to go out to dinner for her or something. And then in 2 weeks, I think we're doing like a tiki cruise thing. It's going to be so much fun. Girls' night out, and then they go home, my mum's other friends come into town. That's going to be a fun weekend. Then my sister-in-law is getting married, so that's so exciting. Then the weekend after that, we are going to a concert. That's exciting. Then the weekend after that, it's November. Then it's just like quietness for a week or two. Then it's Thanksgiving, and then it's our 1 year anniversary, and then it's time to go home for my best friend's wedding, and then it's Christmas, and then it's New Year, and then it's the wedding, and then it's come home. And then it's like start craziness all over again because my dad's birthday's in February and it's his 60th. So it's like we'd have to plan something, of course. And then it's like, oh, there's this. And it's stressing me out, okay? And I just want to normalize that you can be stressed and overwhelmed with things like this in your life, even though they're good things. Like, these are things I'm looking forward to. I'm so excited for my family to come out. I'm excited for my mum's birthday. I'm excited for the weddings and the concerts and like so many things like I'm excited for, but I'm also really overwhelmed and stressed about all of these things because, well, money is stressful and because I'm like out of my routine, and all of that is very stressful. But it's like I'm looking forward to them, but I used to think that planning everything made me less stressed, but sometimes I feel like knowing how busy I'm going to be stresses me out tenfold. I think I need to start taking stuff like a week at a time instead of like months at a time in advance. Of course, there are situations where, like, weddings, okay, we're not going to forget about that and then week off. Trips and stuff like that for sure, but little things I think I just need to start, like, I don't know, but the way I'm doing it right now is stressful, but it's fine. I'm excited for all the things happening. I just wanted to put out there that getting overstimulated and overwhelmed and stressed about things is just normal part of life, and it's okay because I'm trying to give myself the grace to know that it's okay and it doesn't have to be all rainbows and sunshines all the time. You know? I also think becoming delusional is necessary sometimes. Like, I post on TikTok quite often, silly little videos of me, and some people will comment and say, how do you have the confidence? And I'm like, delusion. I fully believe in my head that I am this TikTok person that people follow, that people actually care about, that people look forward to seeing videos every day. Like, that's what I believe in my head, that I'm an influencer on TikTok, right? I have like 8,000 followers. I'm not, but in my head, I am. I tell myself I am. And I just post on there because to me it brings me joy. And so I'm just so delusional that I'm like, yeah, I'm posting for all my people. Like, these are what the people want to see. It's like my two people that actually watch it. Well, but I think that's what's more fun is when you do that. And also if you believe it, it'll happen. You know, so like if I just keep posting, maybe one day I will be that big of a person that people are going to follow. But right now I'm not, and that's okay. But I just keep telling myself that I am. And honestly, it's kind of fun to be a little delusional with stuff like that. And I use TikTok for fun. I really do. Like, TikTok is so much fun to me. I love making my dance videos. I love sharing parts of life with you guys. Sorry, like my cooking videos are so much fun to do, and the podcast and like all of that stuff. But being delusional is like how it started. Even the podcast. Oh my God, I was so delusional. I still am, because I still have it a year and a half later. Out here, like, oh yeah, everybody wants to hear about this because everyone cares about my life. That's not true. But here I am. I sit here, and it's because I'm a certified yapper that I have this podcast, because I don't shut the fuck up, like, ever. I yap until the cows come home. Like, I'm a certified yapper. But you know what? It's fun. I have fun sitting here talking to you guys and just bullshitting, because you know what? I can't be the only person that's a gapper. I can't be the only person that's ever been overstimulated. And I can't be the only person that's delusional that when they just want to post on TikTok when they have 0 people. How do you think everyone else makes it? Like, genuinely, because they were delusional and they posted and posted and posted, and then people found them. I'm Delulu. It's fine. I'm good with it. I'll be delusional all day, baby. Delusion is also good because it gives you confidence. Like, I believe lots of people want to listen to my podcast, so it gives me the confidence to post it. I believe lots of people want to watch my TikToks. It gives me the confidence to post it. I believe that when I dress a certain way that people think I look good, and I know I look good, and it gives me confidence. Like, when you're so just like, yep, this is what it is, this is what I'm gonna do, your confidence will literally skyrocket. And it's so good. Like, it's literally so good. And I think that it's, I don't know, I think it's amazing, honestly. I think being Delulu is it's a cutesy little thing. I'm literally just a girl. But I've met a lot of people when I've spoke about this, and they all agree with me that, like, be a little bit Delulu. It's a little bit of spice, but it also is good, and it gives you that boost of confidence, and it makes life fun. I don't know, to just think that, you know, I come home from a regular work day and I'm like, I just work a 9 to 5, that's kind of boring. We're gonna spice up somehow. I work a 9 to 5 and I come home and I am a successful podcast host, and I have a successful TikTok following that I post for my people, and people want to see this, so I'm gonna do it, and this is fun. And like, that is how I live my life. And honestly, I think it's made me a lot happier. Because it's just like, this is the stuff I like to do for fun. I work because I have to. But I love doing the podcast for you. I love doing TikToks for you guys. I love doing all of that. That is literally my passion. So I do it because I love it. Don't get me wrong, I like my job. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I do like my actual, like, I have a real job that I like. But the podcast and my TikTok, like, that doesn't bring me any money, and I'm okay with that because I enjoy it so much, and maybe one day it will, but I just genuinely love it so much. I mean, a year and a half later, and I'm still sitting here yapping on my couch. Like, it fills me with so much joy, and I just genuinely love doing it. And so my Delulu of, yep, everybody wants to hear this, just keeps me going. It keeps me going, truly, and I think it's a good thing. Although sometimes my Delulu's not worked in my favor. So I get really random, like, spontaneous ideas, I guess you would call them. Like, I'm very impulsive. It's so weird. I am not an impulsive person, and I don't know. Well, let's just say. So I'm very impulsive when it comes to certain things. Like I get an idea and we are doing it today, front to back. I want it done. I want it done now, and I want to make it work. And I will do whatever it takes. Like that's just how I am with impulsive stuff. And sometimes I can do it, and sometimes I regret it. Not always. Like I've gotten a few tattoos on impulse before, and I'm like, not my best idea, but oh well, part of life. I'm currently trying to get one lasered off. It's not going very well for me. But my most recent thing has been piercings. And back in May, I had a spontaneous idea and I was like, oh, I want to get this piercing. And all it takes is like, if I ask one person, is this a good idea? And they say yes, I book the appointment. Like that's, so I text my two best friends and I said, hey, I want this piercing. What do you think? And they both, within like a second, were like, yes, absolutely, you should get that. And I was like, I booked the appointment. I didn't even tell my husband until later. I then did tell him, I was like, so I've been having this thought, I already had the appointment booked, this thought about getting this piercing and blah, 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 blah. And he was like, oh, I 100% think you should do that. And I was like, okay, cool, because the appointment's on Saturday. Like, I am so impulsive. I was going to, like, surprise him with it because we've spoke about it before. And he has always said that he's like those piercings on ghettos. But I, was gonna come home and just show him, but I was like, oh, I'll tell him. So I told him, and he was all like, yeah, you should definitely do that. So I did it. But then the other day, I had a really bad, a really bad one. I had this spontaneous idea of getting my tongue pierced. And I texted my best friend and I said, hey, what do we think? And she immediately, no. She was like, that's not a good idea because like the healing and this and this and this and this. And I was like, oh, I was a little bummed, but then I was also like, yeah, like you're right. And then I was telling my other best friend, like, hey, like, what do you think about that? Like, I was gonna get this, and Rachel said no, so what do you think? And she was like, oh, yeah, no, don't get that either. Like, it's like they know, like, they know what's good and what's bad, but they're also supportive of my stupidity sometimes, but yeah, so I'm not getting a tongue piercing. They're really cute, but then I was thinking, like, for work, that's not the most professional thing ever. And the healing process and your teeth, like, so many things. I asked a lot of people for that one, and almost everybody said no. So we didn't get our tongue pierced, but my Rachel was like, why don't you just go get another tattoo? And I was like, well, I have another tattoo appointment, but I was wanting this in the meantime because my tattoo appointment wasn't for like 2 weeks. So I was like getting impatient. And yeah, I do make a lot of impulse decisions, but this, it's fun. It's fun to live like that because like you only get one life, so why not be impulsive? Why not do fun things like that because you're only young once? Like if I got my tongue pierced and it sucked, I could have taken it out, but like why would I waste the money and the pain and stuff like that? But like the tattoos that I've gotten on impulse, like sure I'm trying to get one removed and I'm like not my best idea, but you know what, it's part of my story, it's part of who I am, it's my story. It's, oh, where'd you get, people ask, well, some people ask, where'd you get that tattoo, or why is that tattoo there? And it's part of me, like I have that because of this, or I've got this when blah blah blah. Like that's just, and I think that's kind of cool. So impulse decisions don't always have to be bad, but definitely consult with friends. Like I would definitely always ask a friend if you have an impulse decision. I usually always just ask Matthew, but the last time I asked Becca and Rachel and they said yeah, so I said, okay then. Like I don't take much convincing for things either. Like if people ask me to do stuff, I'm like, okay. Like it doesn't take a lot of convincing and I'm just like, let's go party. Yeah, I don't know where this was going, but yeah, I don't really know where I was going with this. Really just being delusional is good and fun, and you only get one life, so you may as well live it to the fullest and be as delusional as you want to be. And it's okay to be overstimulated and overwhelmed and not really know which way is a good way. And if you're stressed, just know it's okay to take a day. Take a day to yourself, whether it's a mental health day or you just need to rot on the couch or you just need to go to bed. Like, it's okay, but don't carry it on for too long. Because like I said, yesterday was a really bad day for me and today's been fabulous. Today's been a great day. So... and I used to carry stuff on and be like, oh, this sucks. But it's not a bad life. It's just a bad day. And that's something I need to remind myself of too. But, as always, I love you, honeys. And I will see you guys next Friday. Bye, honeys.